Now, Gal Gadot not only didn't want to be seen with Rachel and even exchanged some words with Zegler, Gal reportedly told Zegler herself that she never wants to be seen with Zegler again on live television.
What if the biggest threat to Disney's highly anticipated Snow White remake isn't the cartoonish evil queen, but a real-life feud exploding behind the scenes? Rumors are swirling that Gal Gadot's sudden exit from the project has everything to do with Rachel Zegler's outspoken reinterpretation of the classic tale. And the drama hasn't just shaken up Hollywood gossip columns. It has raised questions about whether Disney's massive investment in another live-action remake is on the verge of unraveling. Despite all the secrecy, fans and industry insiders alike are clamoring to know, how did these two powerhouse actresses clash so severely that one ended up booted from a film that was set to be a major blockbuster event? Disney's live-action adaptations have been lightning rods for controversy, especially in recent years. Some fans adore the updated visuals, modern themes, and big-name actors, while others argue these remakes rob the classics of their original charm. As rumors of on-set disagreements and creative rifts emerged, tension began to build far beyond the usual critiques of remake fatigue. With Snow White 2025, an unofficial title some are using, reportedly carrying a price tag in the hundreds of millions, each controversy puts Disney on edge. When you're shelling out so much cash and betting on global box office returns, maintaining harmony among cast and crew becomes more than just a polite courtesy. It's a business necessity. Yet the more details leaked about possible confrontations and opposing visions, the more it seemed this production was teetering on the brink of chaos. Insiders say the friction between Gal Gadot and Rachel Zegler began as a quiet creative difference, but rapidly escalated into a personal standoff. On the one hand, Gadot allegedly wanted to keep major hallmarks of the 1937 classic, its timeless fairy tale quality and key plot elements, while still allowing for a modern touch. Zegler, however, embraced a bolder approach, openly stating in interviews that she aimed to revise outdated themes and give Snow White a voice more aligned with today's cultural values. What started as two actresses passionate about their roles quickly devolved into frosty red carpet moments, whispers of snubbed promotions, and claims that each was privately criticizing the other's perspective. By the time fans noticed how distant they were at awards events, rumors of a fully broken relationship had become nearly impossible to ignore. As if personal clashes weren't enough, Snow White 2025 came with a rumored $300 million budget that ballooned once marketing was factored in. In an era where streaming is upending the movie business, Disney is desperate for solid hits that justify these sky-high investments. A single box office disappointment could risk not only the film's reputation, but also rattle shareholder confidence in Disney's broader live-action strategy. The stakes were enormous from the beginning, but tension soared further when critics began labeling the production troubled, based on endless script tweaks, reshoots, and the complicated dynamic between its two lead stars. If the public turned sour on the movie before it even hit theaters, due to clashing statements, alleged animosity, or negative buzz, Disney could be left scrambling to recoup a mountain of costs. It wasn't long before press outlets began reporting the ultimate bombshell. Gal Gadot was supposedly let go from the project. This move caught nearly everyone off guard. After all, Gadot's name recognition and star power were major assets to the film's promotion. Yet speculation began to swirl that Disney executives, hoping to sidestep further drama, made a difficult call to cut ties. Some insiders claimed Gadot felt blindsided, alleging that her concerns about the tone and direction of the movie were never taken seriously. Others suggested that mounting negative publicity around her reported clashes with Zegler led the studio to believe it was less risky to keep Zegler, who plays the titular Snow White, front and center. Whether or not Gadot was officially fired or quietly nudged out, the fallout from her departure sent shockwaves through entertainment news, instantly igniting debates about who was at fault. With Gadot out of the picture, Rachel Zegler found herself in an uncomfortable spotlight. Celebrated for her vocal stance on modernizing the Snow White narrative, she soon faced claims that her outspokenness triggered the film's biggest crisis. While some fans praised her for championing fresh perspectives and pushing Disney to evolve beyond what they see as outdated tropes, others slammed her remarks as disrespectful toward a beloved classic. In response, rumors surfaced that Disney began limiting Zegler's media appearances, fearing more controversial sound bites. Critics argue this move signals a rift between the studio and its leading lady. Can Disney trust her on a live mic, or will another headline-making statement further tarnish a production already reeling from bad publicity? All these disputes couldn't have arrived at a worse time for the House of Mouse. CEO Bob Iger has been under pressure to reignite Disney's brand magic after several underperforming projects. Observers say that failing to salvage Snow White 2025 could hurt the company's push for more live-action reboots, projects that have historically earned billions, but which now increasingly face fan fatigue. If audiences reject this adaptation, amid ongoing drama, Disney might be forced to revisit its entire remake strategy. Executives have so far remained tight-lipped, releasing only generic statements about creative differences, which has done little to quell speculation. Meanwhile, some industry watchers are seeing a pattern: controversies involving big stars, spiraling budgets, and growing concern that classic Disney IPs may no longer be guaranteed hits. The question looming over Snow White 2025 is whether this project can rise above its troubled reputation and deliver the kind of fairy tale magic fans used to expect from Disney. Will the final film captivate viewers with its updated themes, or will the off-screen chaos overshadow any charm it might bring to the big screen? Gal Gadot's unexpected exit has left a gaping hole in the production's promotional strategy, while Rachel Zegler faces pressure to prove that her modern spin on the classic is more than just talk. Ultimately, both actresses' futures may hinge on how audiences respond. If the movie flops, Gadot's rumored complaints about misguided changes might seem validated, and Zegler could end up carrying the blame. If it's a hit, though, Zegler might emerge as the new face of Disney's evolution. Even if that evolution arrives amid heated controversy, one thing is certain: people will be talking about Snow White 2025 for a long time, making this drama one of the most compelling Hollywood sagas in recent memory.